Hello, welcome into the latest edition of the Danny Sancomb Show. My name is Matt Keifer, Sports Information Director here with the California Vulcans. And with me on Getaway Day is Coach Sancomb. Coach, a big weekend here coming up at the start of PSAC crossover play. But first, we got to talk a little bit about last week, and it's been 2 weeks since we were here. But a big event on Thursday last week was Thanksgiving. What's the big item of eating you can never make enough of in the Sancomb house with three young boys?
Yeah, everything goes quick. Mashed potatoes, though, you cannot make enough of them in our house. They just continue to eat and eat and eat. They're growing boys.
Okay, but again, I'm sure Thanksgiving tastes a little bit better after that win on Wednesday, the day before, facing Lincoln. Had one of those things. The year started with 3 games in 4 days, and then just how they made the schedule. Basically, a week off with 1 game last week on Wednesday, right before Thanksgiving. How's that going? Making that plan, going into it, looking at the schedule, knowing you have a lot of guys from Maryland, New Jersey, a chance for them to maybe go home right after that game.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. I think Thanksgiving is such a nice holiday to be able to get home for a couple of days, and playing the day before Thanksgiving and not playing again to the first. Our guys were going to get a little bit of a Thanksgiving break, which just is nice to spend time with, family and friends for those guys. They're so committed to what we're doing, and their time is precious. So to give them, a few days to go home and enjoy Thanksgiving with their family, I think is very nice for them.
Now, again, you played Lincoln, a team from the CIAA. It's your third opponent now from the CIAA you faced this year, and you've already faced an MEC program. And then next month, a couple weeks from now, finally you get to come home, face Justin Hill, another opponent from a different conference. What goes into making a schedule when you're picking different teams from this region, but also Justin Hill outside the region?
Yeah, for us, it's just trying to find games. It's been difficult, to get opponents for non-conference games. So to be able to find, teams relatively close, we want to try to find teams in our region. Chestnut Hill's close enough where we went there last year. They're coming back to us this year. So just trying to find good opponents and be able to play basketball games, for our 8 non-conference games.
Now, again, with Lincoln, you've obviously faced 2 of the CIAA teams there at the opening tournament with Fayetteville State and Bowie. But then you go to Lincoln there, a contest you went 87-86, a back-and-forth contest, no doubt. Tons of lead changes, had a lead early in the second, midway through the second half. They worked it down, and he came back and hit a buzzer beater there with about 15 seconds left.
Yeah, difficult game for us. Their guards presented some problems for us, and they attack really well, and they spread the floor well, and they were able to draw contact and get to the free throw line against us. We didn't do a good job defending as we have throughout the entire year. I was a little disappointed with our effort on the defensive end, but they presented some challenges for us, some challenges that we hadn't seen thus far this year. So hopefully facing them now, we're able to make some adjustments in practice and do some things and work on some things that we need to get better on. So hopefully that shows for the next 2 games this weekend.
Yeah, obviously, again, big leading the way again was KJ McClurg, 31 points, 8 of 13. 4 of 7 from beyond the arc, and 11 of 12 from the free throw line. So when he got to the line, he was absolute money. But also, again, having 5 rebounds and a steal and an assist before he fouled out late in the game. And then Zion had 17 points starting his first game of the year, and then Jermaine got 13 points and 8 boards.
Yeah, first with KJ, he's been so consistent all year. Very, very consistent with what he's doing, not only offensively, but he's been very good defensively. You mentioned the rebounding. He does a great job with that, and he just gets himself open, and our guys are able to find him, and he's taking high percentage shots, which, if he's open, he's going to knock it down. He's a great shooter. Zion, I just feel like Zion's starting to come into himself. Preseason with some knee issues, and just each game I see him doing a little bit more. He's another versatile guy that's going to score the ball. He's going to assist. He's going to defend. He's going to rebound the basketball. And I just feel he hasn't hit his stride yet. I think it's coming. He's playing very well, but I just feel he's going to play at an even higher level here in the next few weeks. Just getting his legs underneath of him, not having a lot of preseason and starting to get into it now. I think his body feels good, and he's playing very well for us. And then Jermaine, just did it all. Jermaine had 8 rebounds, which is great. We're used and accustomed to seeing that from him. And, the 13 points was good. He had a couple threes that rimmed out that were halfway down and, very easily could have had 19 points in that game. So Jermaine, brought in, just good leadership and has been consistent for us the entire year.
Yeah, in that game, too, also, Bryson Lucas gave it 30 minutes, 9 points, 4 rebounds, and fouled out. But he also had, 3 assists and 3 steals. One of those things there where 2 years ago he was that big guy off the bench, real athletic, just as a true freshman, just trying to figure things out and going in there. But now he's playing a full overall player.
Yeah, Bryson is very talented. Bryson's worked very, very hard this preseason into the season, and we're expecting him to do great things. We see him as a guy that's going to be a double-double guy. He's going to get some steals in a game. He's going to block shots. Very versatile defender, can guard big, can guard small, and has great energy, with that. We need to keep him on the floor. He needs to play intelligently on the defensive end so we can keep him out there. But he brings a lot of energy to our team.
And also in that game, you had two guys, freshmen and redshirt freshmen, Antoine Arnett and Dalman Alexander, going double-digit minutes there. Nice seeing those guys. Two guys are wings, athletic, can play multiple positions, getting and being able to play major minutes in a meaningful regional game in a victory.
Yeah, Antoine played great. He had some foul trouble that game. That limited. He would have played more minutes. He ended up fouling out, but he was great. Had a great block shot. He had two big baskets in crucial times, one in the first half when we were making a run, one in the second half when he pro-hopped and avoided a charge. Just played very, very good for us. Endowment is just coming into his own, obviously being a true freshman. Just gives us another good defender that can protect the rim. He runs the floor well and just brings great energy as well. So those two guys are going to continue to get better as the season goes on, and we're going to need them.
Yeah, and again, this game, references to freshmen, but you get a lot of veteran guys there. In a game that's so nip and tuck on the road, what's to say about now having a group that's actually relatively veterans, but also experienced youth as well, being able to have those guys so you can coach them in these big moments when you're going to have these games later in the year where it's one possession, two possession late in the last 30 seconds of a game.
Yeah, you like to win those close ones for sure. I think, for us, Donald Whitehead just plays such a great role. I think he played 33 minutes, had only two turnovers. I think he had 4 assists, shot the ball extremely well. He kind of settles us in on our offense, and, he keeps everybody happy. I think that's a difficult job. I think we've got a talented team where guys need the basketball and can do things with the basketball. And I think Donald has done a really good job distributing the ball and keeping everybody involved, and that's why you've seen such a balanced attack with us. We've got a talented team this year. We've got 8 guys that can have big games on the offensive end. And, I think we've done a good job as a team sharing the basketball. I think that's one of the things our team does exceptionally well is pass the basketball. And I think that's why we've been a very efficient team, because guys have given up good shots for great shots. And we need to continue to do that as the year moves on and teams get to know you a little bit better and more data comes out on you. But when you pass the ball well, it makes it hard on the defense.
Yeah, let's take a look back there at Lincoln, game last week, and we'll take a break here. We'll come back and preview a busy weekend of Vulcan basketball here on the road.
Come on out to the Convocation Center and support men's and women's basketball for the 2023-2024 season. The Vulcans are looking to put the PSAC on notice this year after both teams are picked towards the top of the preseason conference rankings. There will be 13 men's games and 16 women's games at home. Follow calvulcans.com for any update. All games will be live on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC network.
Come out. Our team's going to be very exciting. We have a lot of good players. I think we play the game the right way, very up-tempo. I think we're going to be able to score some points. I think our defense is going to be great. Our guys have great energy.
Come to our games. I think once you get here, you'll really like what you see. I think it's exciting. These players put in a ton of time, a ton of effort to put out a good product on the floor. And like I said, I think it's super exciting, and you'll really want to come back.
The PSAC Digital Network is on the cutting edge of live event production and streaming. Every season, the PSAC Digital Network features nearly 2,000 contests, over 1 million unique viewers, over 26 million minutes watching thrilling PSAC competition, including 22 PSAC championship tournaments and events. Since its beginning in the 2017-18 season, the PSAC Digital Network has continued to grow its viewership and improve its quality every year in order to capture exciting highlights, captivating moments, and the championship experience that only the PSAC can offer. All 18 PSAC member institutions have a completely cost-free online portal that makes tuning into your favorite team just one click away. Find it all on the web at PSACSportsDigitalNetwork.com.
Welcome back to the Dan Sancomb Show. My name is Matt Kiefer. With us before heading on the road for a big weekend. Coach, going to Millersville and Shepherd back-to-back days, leaving here in a couple hours. What is the idea of going into these crossover games? What do you like about these as a coach?
Well, I think it gives you preparation for a tournament. When you play back-to-back nights, you're going to have to do that if you're fortunate enough to get into the NCAA tournament, conference tournament. You're going to have to play, back-to-back nights. So I think that's important. You want to utilize that. And it's a quick turnaround. It's a very quick turnaround. So everybody has to be on point with one game plan and another game plan changing the next night. So I think we've got a team that's experienced, so we should be able to do that pretty easily.
Now, Miller's was a team you faced a couple years ago, but they obviously have a big player back in Faulkner there. What have you seen so far in the Marauders this year?
They're a very good basketball team. They're 4-0 at home, 4-1 on the season. They're a very efficient offensive team. They've got multiple guys that can attack from the perimeter, and they have multiple guys that can score the ball inside. So they're a very efficient team on the offensive end. So obviously Faulkner is a great player. He attacks very, very well. And he sets the table. Not only does he score, but you look at his assist-to-turnover ratio, it's very, very high with assists and very low with turnover. So he sets the table, and he makes guys a little bit better. He gets his guys open shots. Obviously, they've got to knock them down, but he does a good job distributing the ball. And they have good spacing on offense, and they attack. I mean, they're a team that's going to attack in transition. They're going to attack in the half court. So defensively, you've got to be ready to keep the basketball in front and be able to force them to take contested shots, not open shots.
And Shepard, the team after, Coach, you obviously been familiar with there a little bit from your time in the Mountain East with him. He's still there. But they actually have a really balanced attack as well. A lot of different guys scoring double digits, and you got between 8 to 15, a lot of guys in that mix there. So a lot of different options for them offensively.
Yeah, the good thing for us is they're similar to Millersville. Both teams attack and can put pressure on your defense. Multiple guys that can attack and get into the rim and then make good basketball decisions once they get into the lane, whether it's kicking it back out, pulling up for a jumper, or dropping it off to a guy inside. So there's a lot of similarities between the two teams. And the challenge is, like most of the time in basketball, is keeping the basketball in front. And again, not giving them open shots, forcing them to take contested shots.
Now, the challenge also for you guys as well, for the student athletes, is they can have these games Friday, Saturday, come back, and next week is finals. So what's that as a coach, making sure those guys have their studies ahead of time, know what they need to do, and also when they come back, once the games are done, be settled to finish off the last part of the semester and really buckle down in the finals?
It's tough. It's tough. I think balance is something, Division II always talks about. We talk about it with our guys, staying up to date. They're going to need to bring books and school stuff on the road and getting things done, whether it's on the bus or the hotel, when they can get it done. So, our guys are pretty solid with that. They've worked hard thus far in the semester. Obviously, they need to finish. It's like a basketball game. When it gets down to the end, you have to finish. Same thing in the semester. So our guys need to prepare and be ready for their finals when they get back. Good thing is, we play at 3, so we'll get back at a decent hour on Saturday night, and they'll have Sunday to prepare for their finals.
And finally, the big news after that, the big reward is, after that, you guys finally get to play at home. So that's something there I'm sure the guys are looking forward to, actually being able to play a game here on campus instead of going down the road. And a lot of home games here coming up after finals week, so I'm sure that's something the guys are excited for as well. Yeah,
we've been road warriors thus far this season. Our first 6 games are on the road, and it's been challenging. We've played in tough environments, and our guys have responded. And we wanted to get a taste of the road. I like going on the road early in the year. I think it bonds the guys, the little chemistry, staying in hotels, guys being with each other quite a bit at that point in time, and it's worked out well. We know we're going into tough environments this weekend with Millersville and Shepard, and it won't be easy. We're going to have to play good basketball if we want to get the results we want.
Well, Coach, thanks for taking a couple minutes here before hopping on the bus. Best of luck this weekend there. The games will be streamed live on calvulcans.com, so you can follow video and stats and check out to see how they're doing. And again, thanks for watching.